On 30th March, the president issued several directives as he addressed the nation on how a nationwide lockdown was going to be effected. One of the directives was that food markets would remain open, but the vendors were ordered to sleep in the markets to avoid going home and interacting with their family members. Another preventive measure was strict enforcement of social distancing within these markets. Nakasero market is one of the oldest markets in Uganda, and it is the biggest fresh food market in the heart of Kampala city. Many women and men have been sleeping in this market since the lockdown came into effect 6 weeks ago. On Monday, the president extended the lockdown for 2 more weeks, meaning this market will remain their home for another fortnight. They eat and sleep here. Sleeping in the market comes with many challenges. Some sleep in empty sacks. While some are lucky to have where they can lie straight, others can only get a slot to nap while seated. The space in the market is very limited since it doubles as a store for their foodstuffs. As such, many sleep on the roadside hoping the skies don't open. The president had ordered that all vendors be provided with mosquito nets and markets fumigated to avoid the spread of malaria. Some of the vendors got mosquito nets, but others were left out because the nets were not enough. Shina Salia Namuga has been vending fruits at Nakasero market for 3 years. She's one of the many vendors who have been sleeping in the market for 6 weeks and have never gone back to their homes since the president ordered the lockdown. She sells mainly imported fruits such as apples, dates, and oranges. Besides enduring a lot of hardships, Namuga remained positive about the future. The entire market has 2 toilets for the women and 1 bathroom. To use the toilet or wash clothes, one has to part with between 500 to 1,000 shillings.
We start working at 5, but if you go there, like you best paid, you can't come back on your store. You find very many people there, so you have to wait one by one. You can spend like 2 hours there, 3 hours waiting for others to finish. Then you have to bear with the situation, you have to wait.
We sometimes use the washroom once to avoid spending a lot of money.
The toilets are in poor state, and this sink doubles as a hand and clothes washing basin.
Because where we are bathing from, the space is very little. We're bathing there up from, we use the usual toilets we used to use previously, but it's where also we use for bathing and other things, as you know.
Washing clothes has been a challenge for vendors like Namuga.
They charge according, if you want to be washed, your clothes by him, you have to pay a high amount. If to wash yourself and they supply you water, then you go with your soap and then you pay that like some they keep their clothes there. When they get dry, you go back.
The ones taking shelter in the market have limited space, which makes it hard for them to observe social distancing for 4 meters from person to person.
We Africans, I don't know others, but like they telling us always, you keep distance, keep distance, keep distance. But some people can manage to keep a distance like for some few minutes. Then after like some minutes, you see someone who's already come closer.
Namuga took us where she sleeps in a roughly 2 by 2 meter slot, which was used as a store. She shares the cockroach-infested space with another vendor. This is Namuga's reaction to the president's announcement of a lockdown.
I think I have to just be humble with the decision of the president.
There are men who also share the same space with the women at night in this market. So how safe are the women?
Everyone is on his own business.
Many vendors like this woman leaning against a sack of produce are tired and looking forward to going back to how things used to be. Unfortunately for now, they have to contend with the current state of affairs for another 14 days. There is a saying that it is easier to say that I can do it, but those who persevere, they don't just say it, they do it and live it. Indeed, these women have exhibited the highest level of compliance with the presidential directive. However, they pray that the state of affairs could change very soon so that they can get back to their normal lives. Sudhir Byaruhanga, NTV Nakasero Market.